Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Nomad Lamba. In this episode, I will be showing you 34th Annual General Meeting of Indian Oil Retired Officers Welfare Association. This meeting was held on 23rd of September 2023 in Conference Hall of Kent RO Systems offices at Noida. Shri Mahesh Gupta, CMD of Kent RO System Private Limited, and Shri Sanjay Singh, President of Indian Oil Officers Association, were guests of honor. Retired officers numbering between 80 and 90 attended this meeting. So please come with me and watch till end. Thank you very much.
श्री महेश गुप्ता जी, श्री संजय सिंह जी, नोबियार साहब और मेरे सारे साथियों, मुझे आज अति प्रसन्नता हो रही है कि हम लोग अपनी एजीएम के लिए इस हॉल में एकत्रित हुए हैं और अपनी फर्स्ट एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग इस एग्जीक्यूटिव कमेटी की हम यहाँ करने जा रहे हैं। वो इस कंपनी के सीएमडी हैं और हमारे अति मित्र हैं। बहुत मतलब आप ये देखिए 1977 में इन्होंने ज्वाइन किया था। मैं उस टाइम जयपुर में ही था और जयपुर में ज्वाइन किया था इन्होंने। हमने बहुत इकट्ठा काम किया कई साल और उसके बाद भी क्योंकि हम दोनों एक ही ग्रुप के थे, टीएस ग्रुप के, तो मुझे इनके साथ बहुत क्लोजली काम करने का मौका मिला। जैसे कहते हैं ना हिंदी में, पूत के पांव पालने में ही नजर आ जाते हैं। तो हमने तो उसी समय समझ लिया था कि महेश गुप्ता जी यहाँ टिकने वाले नहीं हैं और इनका लक्ष्य बहुत ऊंचा है। और वो आप सब देख रहे हैं आज कि इतने बड़ी अंपायर उन्होंने खड़ी कर दी जिसके अंदर 6,000 आदमी काम करते हैं, 5,000 से 6,000 आदमी काम करते हैं। मतलब आप देखिए महेश गुप्ता जी 6,000 लोगों को एम्प्लॉय किया हुआ है जिनकी फैमिली का देखभाल करते हैं। और मैं जितने भी लोगों के कैंट आर से मैं मिला हूँ उनका कहना ये है कि साहब हमारे मालिक नहीं है, हमारे भगवान। किसी हिसाब से देखभाल करते हैं हम लोगों में, हमें लगता है कि हम नौकरी कर रहे हैं। ये इनका स्वभाव है। अब इनके बारे में थोड़ा मैं आपको भी बैकग्राउंड देना चाहूंगा। महेश गुप्ता जी आफ्टर हिज ग्रेजुएशन फ्रॉम IIT कानपुर एंड मास्टर्स फ्रॉम इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ पेट्रोलियम देहरादून joined IOC as sales engineer lubes and fuels in 1977. This bright young man with his experience and hard work not only impressed all his superiors but earned acceleration promotions. After working with such a prestigious organization for almost 10 years, and in order to achieve something big, he left the job and set up Kent Oil Meters in Noida, manufacturing instruments for oil conservation, which continues to be a part of his vast empire even today. That factory still exists in Noida Sector 7. Mahesh, business bent of mind, realized that there exists a great opportunity to supply pure drinking water to the vast population of India, as there was no enterprise in this field then. Can you believe it? When he started in 1988, this Kent RO, in the whole country, there was no RO system available. He was the first time. You see, only Eureka Ford used to supply only filters. They were not RO. They were just filters which were basically good only for Delhi, where good quality of water is supplied to a part of Delhi, not all Delhi, but old Delhi side, where Yamuna water is supplied. So he realized that there is a vast requirement and he entered into Kent RO system. That was the start of 1988. He launched Kent RO System Limited, the first domestic RO water purifier company. Soon Kent RO became a household name. You see, you must have heard people telling Dalda. Dalda was not anything, but people recognize Dalda as ghee. It is Jalgar was known as ghee. Similarly, Kent started to be known as a RO. See, Kent became a household name. Its efficacy and usefulness made it a very popular name. Today, even though hundreds of companies have mushroomed in this field, Kent RO commands respect and about 40% market share in RO water purifier segment. In recognition of his contribution in providing safe and healthy drinking water in rural and
I also interacted with the person, they were saying he is our motivator. So, thank you. Now I will request Mahesh Gupta sir to address the gathering and say a few words for all of us.
नमस्कार, थैंक यू वेरी मच। वैसा भी बोलूंगा मैं, वैसा बोलता हूँ फॉर इंट्रोड्यूसिंग मी। Dignitaries of the dais, the president of the association, president of the officers association, secretary, and fellow members. I call one amongst you. I joined in 77, as I was told. That's about 45 years from now, and I left Indian Oil 35 years ago. It's a long time, but I always feel connected with Indian Oil. And I'm too delighted to see Mr. Mathur today, with whom I have worked together in the regional office Delhi. And obviously, Mr. Akhil Gupta was my first boss when I went to Jaipur. So it's very fond memories coming back to me of Indian Oil. जो पहली जॉब होती है वो एक असली जॉब होती है, तो हमेशा लाइफ टाइम अपने दिमाग में रहती है. So similarly, the memories of Indian Oil are very, very fond and very, very memorable to me. Because what Indian Oil taught me, I think I cannot get it anywhere else. Hard work, passion. I found it with my colleagues. Everybody working very, very hard. Not worried about time. If things have to be resolved, they will resolve. And that's the motive which I learned from Indian Oil, that what passion means in my first work. And that passion has been taught to me by Indian Oil. It will always remain with me, because if passion do not have any speed, maybe I won't have been successful. So I give all my credit for my success to Indian Oil for giving me passion in working. And this story not belongs only to me, I think it belongs to each and every member who is sitting out here. Each one of you have worked very hard in Indian Oil and have flourished. Maybe it's my business now, so I can continue. Only advantage I would say, like my colleague, we were only 12 people who were selected to go through a training module in IIT. And one of them was R.K. Malhotra, who went up to directors, R&D, and then to chairman, he worked for a few months. So if I would have stayed in Indian Oil, maybe that's the best position I would have got. But I think God wanted me something else to do. So I have become not a chairman of such a big organization, such a conglomerate, but of a small organization. But I can continue to work today. So that's the only advantage I have. Like even at the age of 69, I can be working and I don't have to worry about how long I can work. But I must say, what Indian Oil has given me passion as I move forward. I got another master in my life, Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar. So being successful is one part of it, but being happy is another part of it. What he has taught me is how to be happy. And that's the best combination which could happen to me. That to be successful, have passion. But to be happy, what we need is this passion. What he has taught me is this passion. So a combination of passion and this passion make you a successful person and a happy person. That's what one wants to achieve in life. And thank you very much for honoring me today. And I feel part of you, not different. So I was a bit reluctant. Why should I be honored? I am part of you. But I think the insistence of Gupta ji, that I accepted, okay, I come over. And feel at home in this premises. It's not like somebody else's, it's their own premises. And anything else you require, anytime, even not today, we are at your service. Thank you very much.
I have something, sir. I have worked in Indian Oil with Mr. Mahesh Gupta, and I worked with him as journal manager with him in Kent for 3.5 years. So I know we used to sit in Sector 7, how much hard work he used to do. And we were also part of it. And I'm very grateful and very thankful to him that he has given us this opportunity to be here. I know him both personally, professionally, and as a colleague and as a boss. And as you said, as a God, he is a hard taskmaster.
Thank you Mahesh Gupta for your kind words, and thank you especially for sharing the secret of BPP, of BPM.
Namaskar. Dr. Mahesh Gupta, CMD, Kenjaro, and esteemed member of Nova, Nova ILC, and esteemed member of Nova. Mr. Sanjay Singh, National President, Indian Oil Officers Association. Shri R.K. Gupta ji, Shri A.K. Gupta ji, and my very esteemed friends, single lady and gentlemen of Yoga. Frankly speaking, I do not have enough material to introduce Mr. Sanjay Singh. We had a chance to meet him recently. But that was a balance between us. I'm more closer to my than what I have now. But even during this short period of our interaction, our relationship is more intimate, more close, because of humanity of thoughts or something else. Shri Sanjay Singh became National President of Indian Oil Officers Association in the election in December 2022. He is a Deputy General Manager Security in the Northern Region Office of Indian Oil Corporation, having the onerous responsibility of security of all the IOC establishments in an organization. And believe he is committed to work that he was out on his duty this week, some 4 or 5 days back, and he returned to his station only late at 2 o'clock today, 2 a.m. in the morning. And today again, on our invitation, he is among us. I had a chance meeting, as I mentioned earlier, with Mr. Sanjay Singh, and I immediately told him that I have something to speak to you. Let's meet. And instantaneously he responded, "Sir, I have also something to speak to you. We'll meet." And then very shortly we met. We exchanged our thoughts. I, as a member of Nova, explained him the pathetic aspect of the retired officers. I explained him that what the company had promised us during our service time, it is falling short of the expectations of the retired officer. It is far different now than what the company had done, had told us during our service time, and explained the scheme of things point by point. Told him that whereas our medical expenditure division savings, which are given to the other, should have been revised every 4 years since 2012, nothing has been done, even though the price escalation has taken very good all over. The company is also there. I explained you where the company has been lagging in meeting its commitment as a parent. And I told him, I am not only explaining the condition of the retired officer, but I am mirroring before you your tomorrow. Every month, stream of officers are retiring. And today they are on the run, and tomorrow they will be out. We are not having that kind of thing, that kind of situation, which we had that dreamt of right where we see this in the Indian Oil Corporation. Mr. Sanjay Singh is very upright person of great men. and person of the generation. I could see that he is a very honest person of very high integrity. He perhaps got sold out. He got convinced with whatever little I explained to him. I did not say more than this about the retired officers. I said retired officers deserve at least a minimum standard of dignified life in the society in keeping with the image of Fortune 500 company. But perhaps it is far from good. He was so much induced and influenced by whatever words I spoke. In his next meeting, structured meeting, communication meeting with the director HR, he along with his team, he articulated the views of the retired officers within the directorate. And Director HR was also influenced, and he uttered some words which did not be quoted. Unless this transforms into reality. This is what Mr. Sanjay Singh is. We had 2-3 meetings again with the retired officers also, and with the officers who were retiring the next day in farewell meeting. And when they saw the picture of the retired officers today, they could foresee that what's going to happen. And this further strengthened the mind of that association and their bondage with the retired officers. With this background, we decided to invite Shri Sanjay Singh here before you, so that we have the pleasure and the privilege of hearing some words from him. I am so grateful to Mr. Sanjay Singh for having made it convenient to him in our midst, and we will have occasion to share his thoughts with us. Thank you very much.
Over here just to meet the old people who are our region sometime and contributed for the growth of the organization. So I am thankful to you all also being here, so that at least I can meet you. I had a chance to meet you. Respected seniors who are sitting on the dais, first of all, Mr. Ronia, Mr. R.K. Gupta, Mr. Shok Gupta, and guest of honor, Dr. Mahesh Gupta, for being here. Here, what I am able together with the meetings we had with Mr. Ronia during last 2-3 months, that presently our retired officers are facing crisis in dealing with their medical requirements. The reimbursement is too low. There are contributions which are to be given by the retired officers, which are very high as on date. So those all issues, including other facilities which are required, have been stressed upon because of inflation and other things. So those all things we are discussing. And the same will be put straight as it is to the management. But when I got this call from Mr. Onia, I just felt to be here to tell you that we, as the management also says, our seniors have also told us that IOCL is a family. And this has been, today this feeling has been re-concreted by Mr. Mahesh, Dr. Mahesh Gupta, who told that he is giving free hand to use this premises, these facilities. So that is concrete. But at the same time, the working officer and the present management also should feel the same thing. Once we say we are a family, the person who is retiring, maybe my grandfather or my father. So once he retires, we are bound to take more care of him. So this is what I feel. Yes, there have been some abrasion due to conditions definitely known to you and people who are in the management. One important aspect is the medical expenses have gone very high since the time this policy was made and as on date. Initially, we had to have some small fever, then we used to get a normal consultant, MBBS, he will give me medicines and will get recovered most of the time. But today, if you go for a fever, he will write some at least 5-6 tests, and then he will prescribe you medicine. The things have changed. Medical profession has changed. It has become more money-oriented business rather than social service. So those all changes have to be invited by the management also. This is what we are telling. Because the things have changed, whatever settlement was done earlier is not sufficient, neither for the retired officer, even for the working officer, because many of our officers are residing in remote areas where they don't get treated in the nominated hospitals. So there they have to pay the taxes as well. So this important aspect I have already shared with the management, and just to inform you, on 28th also of this month, we are having a meeting with the management, and whatever I gather from all of you, all of my seniors, so I will try to put it across the table while meeting with Director HR again. I can assure you two things, because it's not a forum where I should speak about the current issues, but all the issues have been briefed to me and they are very genuine. They have been briefed to me, they are very genuine, and it is my future also, because after some time all of working officers will come on this side also. So it's my duty that I should take care of the issues the strongest possible way. One thing, I will not make it long. The only thing is, it's an opportunity. I request Ronier Saab, whenever they are having meeting, if they can give a call to me so that I can get a chance to interact with all the retired officers. Because that's very important. I cannot know the problem without interacting on regular basis. And yes, of course, it's not only management, it is working officers association also who has to be responsible for taking the cause up. With only these few words, because I don't want to say more of the things. Specifically, I am thankful to Dr. Mahesh Gupta, because he has provided us a platform where we can gather and discuss. With this, thank you to all. I am obliged to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very for introduction. Everybody, we all know. Everybody, we all know. I just want to say, we have to come to the point. What is the
Yes, I am now coming to the point. I am now coming to the
Everybody knows what
point.
is
देखिए,
happening.
आप सुनिए, 12 साल से हम इंतजार कर रहे हैं। अभी रिटायर्ड ऑफिसर की कोई पावर नहीं है। हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते। हमने बहुत कोशिश की कि हम कुछ ऐसा एक्शन ले जिससे कि मैनेजमेंट को सुने कुछ, लेकिन मेरी रिक्वेस्ट यही थी कि आज हमारे साथ जो एसोसिएशन के प्रेसिडेंट हैं, जो वर्किंग एसोसिएशन के वर्किंग ऑफिसर्स के प्रेसिडेंट हैं, वो कम से कम जाके बात तो करें। हालत ये है कि डायरेक्टर मार्केटिंग आपको टाइम नहीं देता है रिटायर्ड ऑफिसर्स को, चेयरमैन आपको टाइम नहीं देता आपको मिलने के लिए कि आपकी वजह क्या है, तो आप क्या समझते हैं? तो क्या आपने 12 साल तक क्या किया? आज मैं सिर्फ इसीलिए बोल रहा हूं कि साहब बैठे हुए हैं, आज ये इनके पास तो डायरेक्ट एसेस है, तो मेरी रिक्वेस्ट केवल ये है कि प्लीज आप हम लोगों की व्यथा चेयरमैन को या मैनेजमेंट को बताइए। ऐसा नहीं है, जब भी पब्लिक सेक्टर बना था सोशलिस्टिक पैटर्न ऑफ सोसाइटी के बेस के ऊपर बना था। पब्लिक सेक्टर कोई प्रॉफिट मेकिंग के लिए नहीं बना था, लेकिन आज ये प्रॉफिट मेकिंग बन गई है। कम से कम अपने रिटायर्ड ऑफिसर्स का तो ध्यान रखो। सिर्फ मेरी यही प्रार्थना है कि जो लोग कम से कम जो लोअर कैटेगरी के लोग हैं, बीमारी तो बड़े को भी उतनी होती है, छोटे को भी उतनी होती है, उसका इलाज सबका बराबर है, लेकिन 15% एक जनरल मैनेजर रिटायर्ड हुआ शायद दे सकता है, लेकिन जो डिप्टी मैनेजर पे रिटायर हुआ है और सेल्स ऑफिसर के पोस्ट से एक ग्रेड पे रिटायर वो नहीं दे सकता। अब यहाँ पे मुझे मालूम है कि कुछ ऐसे हैं जिनके पास संभ्रांतता है, लेकिन सबकी नहीं है। मेरे पास ऐसे भी फोन आए हैं कि अब क्या हो रहा है प्रभाकर साहब, पैसा नहीं कहाँ से। और मुझे सुनिए, मुझे हमारे यहाँ पे बेनेवलेंट फंड के जो जनरल सेक्रेटरी बैठे हैं, उन्होंने कहा कि उस आदमी की हम मदद कर सकते हैं। अरे 30,000 रुपये में क्या मदद? फिर भी लेकिन अगर कोई मदद कर सकता है तो हमारा चेयरमैन कर सकता है कि रिटायर्ड ऑफिसर के लिए वो विचार करें। इसीलिए मेरी प्रार्थना है कि हमारे प्रेसिडेंट जो वर्किंग एसोसिएशन के बैठे हुए हैं, कृपा करके आप हमारे इशू को चेयरमैन से या मैनेजमेंट कमेटी से उठाइए, ताकि हमारे उन जो लोग हैं जिसको रियली जरूरत है उनकी मदद हो सके। धन्यवाद।
Very well, sir. Very well. I will like to add what he has said. Mr. No, I tell you.
Please hold his time.
क्योंकि ये पॉलिटिकल मीटिंग मेरे लिए नहीं है, तो मैं बस सिंपल इतनी बात बोली थी कि मेरे को जो चीजें हर्ट कर रही है मुझे पता है। आई कैन स्पीक इन डिटेल अबाउट व्हाट आर द प्रॉब्लम्स, व्हाट आर and what is the requirement of retired officers across grade. I will not talk about lower, senior, whatever grade they were working. The thing is, once management has promised us in our service condition, अगर एक बार सर्विस कंडीशन में मेरे साथ अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर में अगर कोई चीज दी है, दे आर ड्यूटी बाउंड टू फुलफिल इट। वेयर इट हैज गॉट डेविएटेड, आप सब सीनियर है, इट वॉज 2007 जब एक नया एग्रीमेंट डीपी के साथ में हुआ कि हमारे रिम्बर्समेंट ये होंगे, हमारे कैफेटेरिया ये होगा, पोस्ट रिटायरमेंट डिफाइंड बेनिफिट हो गया। तो उस टाइम में ये चेंज आया। उस टाइम शायद जो लोग एसोसिएशन में या मैनेजमेंट में रहे होंगे, उन लोगों ने एक मैसेज ये किया कि आने वाले समय में क्या प्रॉब्लम है। सिमिलरली
बहुत अच्छे शब्दों में की है। कहा जाता है कि जब बत्ती लाल होती है तो हमें इंतजार करना चाहिए बत्ती ग्रीन हो, उसके बाद आगे बढ़ने का रास्ता मिलेगा। परंतु अभी ऐसा लग रहा है कि बत्ती लाल पे स्टक हो गई है। जब बत्ती स्टक हो जाती है तो उस टाइम ब्लेम गेम चालू हो जाता है, तो वो इलाज नहीं होता है। हमें सोचना ये है कि जो कुछ हुआ है और आगे का पाथ फॉरवर्ड किस तरीके से सिस्टमेटिकली कर सकते हैं, अगले 1.5-2 घंटों में हम चर्चा करेंगे और इसका तरीका भी आप निकालेंगे। फॉर्चुनेटली फॉर अस एक कहावत और भी है कि बेस्ट वे टू राइट योर फ्यूचर इज यू राइट योर। एंड फॉर्चुनेटली फॉर अस संजय सिंह जी इज हियर, ही इज हियरिंग एवरीथिंग, ही इज अंडरस्टैंडिंग द इशू एंड ही इज इन ए पोजिशन to write the future of retirees to up to some extent by putting justifiable and proper proposals to the management. So we expect some things will happen for the better. This will help retirees in their own, presently all of us, and also serving officers who have to face their circumstances. So before we go this session, now we shortly will be starting AGM proceedings. So I will request
that the Bhagat Sahab has spoken a lot about the retired officer. He has raised some expectation with the Officers Association. My President is kind enough to say that I would like to respond to whatever has been stated in few words, in just a 2-minute response.
Great, sir.
My goodness, people.
Sanjay Singh.
आप सबसे मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है, आप अपने मोबाइल को प्लीज एयरफोन मोड पे डाल दीजिए या साइलेंट मोड पे डाल दीजिए। बीच में डिस्टर्बेंस होगी तो हमारी ये एटीएम लंबी चलेगी, आपको लेट खाना मिलेगा तो कोई फायदा नहीं। आप इसको मेहरबानी करके पहले चलने दीजिए और आप सवाल जवाब से नोट कर लीजिए। आपको कागज पैक दिया हुआ है, उस पर नोट कर लीजिए। लास्ट में जब सेशन आएगा सवाल जवाब का, उस टाइम आप करेंगे, बीच में कोई डिस्टर्ब ना करें। ये मेरी आप सबको सबसे रिक्वेस्ट है।
Yes, my dear friend. best. 2022. You might be wondering what all we have been doing since 30th August we took over. I'll give you an account of the meetings which we had with the corporate management of IOC from time to time. Earlier there is nothing on record to show that any meeting of the Innova initiative took place with internal management. But after the new body took over, with new enthusiasm, new fervor, new zeal, we first set out to have meetings with the corporate management. I'll give you a day-wise account of all the meetings that we had with the corporate management since we took over. Our first meeting was on 6 September 2022, when we managed to seek meeting with the management, and the director in charge was kind enough to give us an introduction meeting on 6 September, in which the office bearers of Innova met director in charge. But besides the introduction meeting, we had kept a window open that we would like to talk of some of the pressing pain points of Innova. We should be permitted to articulate our views. So on 6 September, when the meeting took place with director in charge, we introduced ourselves and raised the issue of revision in monetary savings under the IRS. That was our first point that we raised before director in charge. And the immediate response of director in charge was very contribution in any other. At that point, we stated that the IRS is not a contributory scheme. When it was introduced in 1985, the contribution from the retiring officer was only once at the time of retirement, and that fees paid by the retired officer was towards obtaining the membership of the IRS. And there was no other contribution by the IRS member by the retired officer. It was the management which was under the obligation to replenish the fund of the IRS. And thereafter, we also mentioned that this was the service condition for the retired employee. The service condition set out by the corporation that if you work with us till your retirement, we will provide you medical benefit after your retirement. As far as the retired officers are concerned, they have fulfilled the obligation on their part to work with the corporation till retirement. Now it is the obligation under that service condition and contract of employment to provide the medical benefits under the IRS to the retired employees. This point we did not miss in mention very emphatically. We said that IRS is not a contributory fund, so do not link it with any contribution. Yes, some distortion has taken place in implementation of the IRS from 1/1/2007. So let's have a detailed discussion on this and we sought another meeting. After that, the next meeting which was given to us by Director HR with Innova was on 11th November 22, in which the management came very prepared. From management side, where Director HR and his team of 5 officers, EDICHR, EDHR, do something with this PPT, but we are not allowed to do it by the government. Our next meeting took place on 27th February 2023. This meeting was with EDHR, Mr. Manish Pati, who has since left for all these years in charge. And with his team, the issues that we raised meeting with EDHR there. And then first basic point, unfortunately, because of some development in the meanwhile, not different in the priority. Our first priority was that we wanted management to allow us inhuman space for holding our monthly meeting with the members, which was then stopped by the management because of some complaint filed